Okay, we are back and everything should be back. I need to figure out how to see if I can pull the. I wonder if there's some place I can social guides, speech, giving and pinning messages, stream events capture, subscriber and viewer counts, huh? Okay, so capture non-events like new followers, subscriptions, raids, donations. Chat. I'd like to be able to do viewer counts. So let's see something here. Capture non-events, chat events. Capture stream events toggle. Okay, so let me do that. Now you can't see it, it's just capture stream events. Uh let's see if I can find it here. Just a second. I don't know where to find that. Capture stream events toggle. There. Not interested in styling. I was trying to find here where the capture stream events. Do a search, I guess. Commands. Hold on. Oh, displaying donations and stream events. Why do I enable that though? That's not it either though. Alright, well, I guess I'll have to look through that later. Uh, extension. Extension settings. Huh. Uh, okay, extension options. Okay, that's not really what I'm looking for anyways. I don't know. Let's see if I can do a search for viewer count though. Docket overlay. I can toggle this on. I don't know if that's... Testing again. Well, it's not doing Rumble. Why is it not doing Rumble? Oh, I have to pop out a new Rumble chat, don't I? Okay, we'll go with that. One more time. Okay, there we go. They're all there. And I get to see the viewer count, which is cool. Um, it's showing 0 in YouTube. That's probably because I'm using Studio. YouTube acts a little bit differently. In fact, it'll even post chat to YouTube when the other ones aren't popped out yet. I don't need to pop it out. And so probably all three of those are me, probably. If not, welcome. If so, then maybe you'll see this later. Okay. Back. Backity backy back. Okay. Everything appears to be okay. Oh, come on. Okay, am I speaking? That's weird. Okay, it doesn't really matter that much. That's all right. Sound is working, so everything seems to be working all right. So everything it seems to be working okay. That's good. Okay, let's get back to it. Nothing to do but to do it. Okay. Let's remember what I was doing here. What was I doing? I'm not very smart. Okay. Try to think the best card. Ultimate Wade to the Lancer. Choice could be try to sneak past the guard anyways, risk being seen, more tempted to eager cast a spell. Where they get that, Tope's right there. John picks both locks. He casts unlock spell. Then he casts disintegrate spell on more pages. Disintegrate works on one. John has to pick the other. And John also has to pick the other on the as a single page. When he does the unlock spell, um, disintegrate weakens. The princess merely snap on this total of 9. Nine pages. Mm. It's kind of weird to have this kind of be as tough as this is. Let's see. If I did the inversion pattern where you have 3 choices and then one goes to one and then splits off to the other two pages. That's an everything option though. Or you do the other 2 pages and okay, so if I do I call it, I guess, an inversion pattern or the yin yang pattern, basically. Let's see if I can show it to you on here because you're not there. Where's? I guess I never started it. That's dumb of me. Okay, favorites. Let's start this puppy up. And what's up? This is 4.3. I still haven't upgraded it to the latest, which is 26.1 LTS, which is equivalent to Godot 4.5.2, I believe. Okay, so this is the big 15 that I was talking to you earlier. It means you have three choices, and you have to go through all the choices, but you get to pick them in any order. Okay. Considering that this isn't really a game yet, um, that kind of works. And then this is a shortened form. This is a 3x3, which is basically you get to pick. You still get to go through all three choices, but you get to pick which one you start with, and then it's determined after that. So you feel a little agency there. Um, this this is interesting. Communicado at the window. Uh, Wand basics. What? I don't even remember this. This is oh, this is how he is able to talk to an old friend in Wizard U. This is not the pattern though, but this is interesting. What were the two options? Oh, I basically just did hit one or two to attempt projection because the idea is you should know what you're going to get, and so shoot, I could just do that. Um, I don't need to do separate deals. I just hit one or two, just uh, to attempt. Uh, Actually, it'd be what two different spells? Yeah, no, one spell would be disintegration, and then you can hit one or two depending on what you feel like. That's a random choice. Okay, here is it this? This is not it though, is it? This is not the inversion either. No, this is actually is the inversion though. But I did it kind of differently. See, these are both the same itinerary. They're different pages, but they're the same option. It's just if you did it in different order. Um, I guess here though, it's because there's only two options. That's why it has this kind of weird. Oh, that's a thought though. What are the two choices here? Examine the other plant or start plucking off flowers. There was two ways to do the thing. Then this is anyways, it's a similar thing. So I could have like three options. Three options would be like the two spells. The two spells would be their own deals. And yeah, this is still not the right inversion type though. Let's see if I can find it. Is it this one? It's this one. Well, maybe it's not this one. Sort of this one. Dang it. No, this is still a thing based off of two. It needs to be based off of. Oh, that's the beginning. Uh, Busy Dame, Sky Chicken, a Dead Job, Sky Chase. Hmm, that isn't it either. Where is the dang inversion one? You start off with three choices. Maybe I don't even have that in here. Basically, you have three choices, and so the one choice will branch off to the two other ones. Then the two other ones will split to go to the other two ones, and then it will branch off back to the original one. Maybe I don't have that in here. Maybe it's in the old ones. to actually be able to explain this pattern. Anyways, this is similar because but I only based it off of two choices. That's why that's like that. During the three choices, um, very interesting. How to steal a totem. Hmm. Well, I guess I can't show you what I was trying to show you. Hmm. Lost Lapswood. This is the ones we're working on. Okay, so let me do something here real quick. And I don't know if anybody is going to be paying attention or not. Okay. Greetings, no likes given. You're my first. You're my first viewer on Kick. So thanks for popping in. As as long as you're not like selling something or trying to get me to go to a specific, I got a couple of these ones in like both Twitch and Kick where they say to come in and we'll promote you, and then they give me some weird like URL and before anybody even knows that I'm on here practically. I've been actually working on this game since November of 2024, so actually been working on it a long time, but I've only just started this week streaming to Kick. So okay, let's open the older project here, and let's see if I can find the. This actually does an inversion of sorts. I think this does an inversion here. This is the original Princess Prep office. So basically, these are kind of like inverted from. Yeah, I mean that's still an example of the inversion, but I should have one that's like less or something that's a little bit better explanation for it. But see, this is like a twosome right here. In fact, this is the one I actually copied for my current version. This is actually the old project before, and it was just taking too long with all these pages. So, um, yeah, I'm not sure where the inversion one is. I mean that particular one is like an inversion one because it's got three things coming off, and then the two choices, and then there's the third choice. The two choices go in, and they split off, and they eventually go back to the original single choice. And then this one starts as a single choice, then goes off. I don't even have names for these, so I don't even know where I'm going on here. Desk and plants here, and then this one is. Oh well. So that kind of doesn't work how I'm trying to say it. So what I would have is we'll say that one of the decisions is to um, so the point is still to do all not to do all three position per se, but to do to be able to branch off, be able to access all three at the start. So you got one. We'll say John picks the lock, both locks of the both shackles. Then Hubert, uh, he does two spells. So he does one spell, two spell, like that. Then oh no, that's okay. So the inversion thing requires that I do a thing over. So that's why that doesn't work, or why it's not going to work. I have to change my pattern here. Uh, hmm. It'd be like, okay, so it'd be like, I guess it'd be the two choice one is what it would be. In fact, I have a two choice one in here somewhere. Oh, this is explains it exactly. But this also means that you go through all three items, and you don't need to go through all three items. But I allow all three options. But anyways, these are kind of together, and these are kind of together. So I might have John pick the lock over here, and I might have Hubert cast the disintegration and the unlock spell, right? But I don't have to do both, so that's good. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like draw it or something. Now, um, let me go back to the let's go back to the AI here, and we'll actually go back to my own count here. Person in the hotel, Hubert gets them to the wine cellar. They leave the hotel, the kitchen doors. They start getting chased by the Black Knight. That's 4 pages. Uh, Now, between 2 and 3, there are 3 choices. 1, John picks both locks. 6, Hubert casts the unlock spell. And 7, Hubert casts the disintegrate spell. Okay. And I might just do I might do the twosome that ways. Where you decide if John picks the locks or if Hubert casts a spell or two, right? Hubert casts a spell. So if you pick John, he's gonna unlock them, and that's just gonna be the direct. That's gonna be the quick and easy. In fact, I can do the five sum. No, it wouldn't be the five sum either because but eventually they would all go back to no that's I can't do it that way, so never mind. Um okay. So he picks both locks, right? And then she's free, okay? Uh Here it casts the unlock spell. Here it casts the disintegrate spell. 2 more pages, right? Disintegrate works on one, John has to pick the other. Disintegrate weakens, so the princess can really snap them. That's a total of 9. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so let's say I only need. Okay, so let's say I do those. That's a total of 9. I do it that ways. Now, then there is a place that. Here, let me pull this back up again. Hey, Rook, welcome. Uh, and thanks for the welcome back in IRC. Uh, I'm still trying to just figure out how I'm gonna add some stuff. It just seems like there in this chapter, this is technically these are the story beats in chapter 8 for the it continues the princess's arc where she gets kidnapped, and then she finds some information, and then they rescue her, and then they escape. And so this is the princess's escape here, and it just seems like a lot of stuff where you there's not a lot of real room to put like a lot of decision points and things in there. And the way I got it now, I have only got about 9 pages approximately. So that means I need to probably, instead of trying to expand more of that the thing about getting the princess out there, I probably need to place another decision point somewhere. Okay. Um, I could do a flavor of text though, I guess, where there's an attitude or something. Actually, so we have one thing here already, and actually, I can what I can do is I can actually expand on that. So the one main way that I wrote already is that what happens is they take a horse and wagon. Uh, Both Hubert and John, they take a horse and wagon to the Enchanted Lands, the side with the kitchen doors. So the kitchen doors go directly in from the side where they can load up stuff and like food and stuff. And so the guards have instructions not to let anybody through, but uh, Hubert figures that he's going to distract them by creating by turning that horse and buggy into a a just giant wagon filled with food and possibly being pulled by a dragon. We'll say a dragon because he's big, fantasy, whatever. And when the guards see it, they don't see it. Nobody sees it because it's part of Hubert's problem as having only happened as magic. Literally manifests itself as hap. So eventually, a few minutes tick by, and finally they see it. And what they see is they see this huge wagon full of foodstuffs and like overflowing and a huge dragon pulling it. And they let him in because they figure that he's supposed to uh, restock the kitchen, right? Everybody's got to eat. Villains got to eat. Good guys got to eat. Captured princesses got to eat. So they figure that it's a good way to get in. And while Hubert's attempt was to actually create it, actually literally transform what they had into that, what they got was an illusion, which worked almost as well. So for a second there, they don't see anything; they just see them, and they see a horse and like a buckboard, and then I don't know what you call it in fantasy buckboard. I don't even know if they had buckboards in fantasy in medieval times or whatever. But buckboard is basically a cart. It's a cart with wheels that's hooked up to your horse. So like sort of like you would have a flatbed truck or something. Some to haul items in. And so all they see is this horse and this buckboard here. There, this horse and cart, and um, they blink and or turn away, and then they turn back, and now suddenly before them is this huge thing full of food. And while they're distracted looking at this thing, uh, Hubert and John go into the kitchen and spot the cook there. Okay, so So there's a couple things happen here. Uh, they go they go into uh, they go into the kitchen. They go up to the cellar door where there's stairs down, and they see a woman that looks like the princess, and they see a guard with his back against away from the door, facing toward the princess, but facing away from the door. And then Hubert uses a spell to open the door, not knowing for sure if anything would work, if anything would happen. And what happens is a secret entrance pops up. They hear it. They hear a click and a whoosh, and they look around. And they look over at a broom closet, which has like a bunch of dust laying around it, as if something that hadn't been open for a long time just suddenly opened and a bunch of air shot through. So they open this closet, this broom closet, and there's a secret passage in the back, and the passage leads to the wine cellar. So apparently, Hubert's magic did work to an extent. It got them where they needed to be, and so now they're in the wine cellar. Okay, so I could make a decision point there. Um, Instead, they follow it to the cellar. So there's two things. I could either uh, do a deal of opening the door, or I could do the deal of distracting the guards. Can use a different spell even. So if I have 9, let's say I have three different choices that all three go to the same option. That's 3 more pages. So that's 9 plus 3. That's 11. No, 9 plus 3 is 12, right? Yeah, 9 plus 3 is 12. Okay. 12 pages. We have a total 9 already. We had 3 pages. Then we have 12. Now we have kind of almost just over a bare minimum. Then I guess I should decide then if whether I want an extra some extra like flavor pages or something, or maybe I should just leave it. Minimum is 10, maximum is 20. So let's just leave it at we leave it at 12. Okay. Okay, so I have my 9 pages, and to extend it a bit further, we're going to give Hubert a choice of spell to distract or um, take care of the guards. If I add 3, that's 12 pages, and any more if I can think of them, we'll add more pages. Okay. So, now I need to think of the 3 or more extra spells. So, when he conjured the illusion of a huge wagon pulled by a dragon filled with food, he was intending to transform the horse and cart into that, but only succeeded in giving the guards the illusion. It's kind of a distraction piece for the guards. Guards reach for food, grab nothing real, slight chaos, amusement. Spring wine. Hmm. So I don't know, I'm just getting. Hmm. So I have one that is my 9-page count. So I still need two more. Oh, I see. If I added three, it would only be 11. It wouldn't be 12 because one of them is already accounted for in the count. So 9, including that one already. So if I wanted it to be 12, I'd have to give at least four choices. I wonder if I could do a fifth choice too. I wonder if I can figure out a fifth thing. What could he do with the guards that only his halfway magic will allow him to do partly that would still work for their purposes? Let me think. Um, I don't know. My mind doesn't want to do it right now, right this second. His next one could be an actual illusion, an illusion that Max is there with them, maybe. But okay. Uh, actually, it's only 11 because the wagon, the food wagon illusion is already counted in the 9. Okay. Um, okay. Okay, so I guess uh Hubert can try to create the illusion that Max is with them. However, I need to figure out how halfway magic works for this. I'm missing a limb where his face keeps morphing into someone else. Tiny or giant. Fuse the guards. Yeah, I guess I could do stuff like that. Um, give me a quick second. Uh, I need to use the restroom, so let me do something off screen, please. Hold on just a second. I just turned off my microphone, didn't I? Yeah, I see that. I just noticed it was muted. All I was doing was just doing my ending recording here. So I guess I'll have to do that with the audio on. I like to do it before I shut everything off because I have to shut off, I have to close a bunch of stuff and all that. So it's just more convenient to record. Okay, let's stop recording. Let's start recording again. And here we go. Today is Wednesday, February 11th, 2026. And today all I got done uh, was the direction I was going in. Because after we figured out how Hubert and John free the princess to rescue her, I figured I need some more pages in there, and so I figured I'd put some decision points here on how Hubert distracts the guards, and I haven't really gotten that far with that, so that's pretty much all I did today. Okay, so I guess thank you everybody for bearing with me, even though I didn't get that much done today. Tomorrow should be a whole lot better, and I should be ready, full of ideas and stuff, and so we'll get this movement. I guess I won't get these chapters done maybe till next week. I'm just saying that's the case because it's already Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Now there's a possibility I could get it done in a day. I have to get both of these done in a day. I haven't even really started on chapter 10 exactly, so we'll see. We'll see if I can get it done fast. If I can get it done by Friday though, I'll be still on track. So thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching part 1. Part 2. Sorry. Thank you for watching part 2. See you tomorrow.